The observation deck of the quantum drift hummed with the low thrum of fusion engines as Maya Chen wiped down the transparisteel viewport for the third time that cycle. She didn't mind the repetitive work. It gave her time to think, to process, the strange reality of being the only human aboard a vessel crewed entirely by Cravathi, apex predators from a death world that made Earth look like a vacation resort. Most species in the Galactic Union treated humans as curiosities at best, fragile oddities at worst. But the Cravathi? They respected strength, and somehow they'd decided humans had it. Maya had been assigned to the quantum drift 6 months ago as part of the Human Integration Initiative. The captain, a scarred veteran named Thexal, had made it clear she was there to prove humanity belonged among the stars, or to confirm the whispers that humans were too soft, too emotional, too weak for the harsh realities of deep space. She'd spent those months keeping her head down, doing her work and trying not to flinch when the Cravathi bared their 3 rows of serrated teeth in what passed for a smile. Then Drex came aboard. The cub was small by Cravathi standards, barely, reaching Maya's shoulder, but already possessed the characteristic ridge of obsidian black scales running down his spine, and the amber eyes that could track a target across a kilometer. His father, Commander Zelvan, had recently joined the crew, and Drex shadowed him everywhere, silent and watchful. Unlike the adults, who treated Maya with professional courtesy tinged with curiosity, Drex avoided her entirely. Whenever she entered a room, those amber eyes would track her movements before he'd slip away, disappearing into the maze of corridors that threaded through the ship. Maya told herself it didn't matter. She wasn't here to make friends with predator children. But then she found the toy. It was tucked behind a maintenance panel in the recreation area, hidden so carefully that Maya almost missed it. She'd been calibrating the gravity plating when her scanner picked up an anomalous energy signature. Nothing dangerous, just unexpected. The toy was beautiful in its simplicity. A mechanical creature about the size of Maya's palm, crafted from what looked like burnished copper and dark crystal. It resembled a Cravathi Drakel, one of the flying reptiles from their homeworld, with articulated wings and a tail that should have moved with lifelike precision. Should have. One wing hung at an awkward angle, its delicate mechanism clearly broken. The crystal eyes were dark, lifeless. Maya carefully extracted the toy from its hiding place, turning it over in her hands. The craftsmanship was exquisite. This wasn't some mass-produced trinket. Someone had made this with love, probably a parent for their child. For Drex. She glanced around the empty recreation area. It would be easy to put it back, to pretend she'd never seen it. The Cravathi prized strength and self-sufficiency. Showing, weakness, needing help, those were cardinal sins in their culture. A cub hiding a broken toy rather than admitting he couldn't fix it? That told Maya everything she needed to know about the pressure Drex was under. She should put it back. Instead, she carried it to her quarters. Maya's grandmother had been a watchmaker, one of the last practitioners of a dying art on Earth. She taught Maya the patience of tiny gears, the logic of microscopic mechanisms. Everything that's broken, her grandmother used to say, is just waiting to be understood. The Drakel's wing mechanism was a marvel of engineering, using graviton microemitters to create the illusion of flight. The brake was clean, a snapped connector, nothing more. Maya worked through the night, fabricating a replacement part using the ship's nanoforge, her hands steady despite the delicacy of the work. By morning, the Drakel's crystal eyes glowed with soft amber light. Its wings spread and contracted smoothly, and when Maya set it on her desk, it performed a small aerial loop before landing gracefully. She smiled, then carefully carried it back to the recreation area and returned it to its hiding place behind the maintenance panel. 3 days passed before Maya saw Drex again. She was in the mess hall, forcing down a protein ration that tasted like processed regret. When she felt eyes on her, she looked up to find the young Cravathi standing in the doorway, his expression unreadable. For a long moment, neither moved. Then Drex crossed the room with the fluid grace of his species, stopping just outside what the Cravathi considered appropriate personal space. His claws, still small and not yet lethal, flexed nervously. "You fixed Talik," he said, his voice a low rumble that hadn't yet deepened to full adult timbre. It wasn't a question, Maya nodded. The wing mechanism needed a new connector. It should work properly now. Why? The single word carried a weight of genuine confusion. I did not ask. You gained nothing. Maya considered her answer carefully. The wrong words here could undo whatever fragile thing was happening between them. My grandmother taught me to fix broken things, she said finally. She said it's what we do. Not because we're asked, not because we expect something in return, but because something broken that could be whole again shouldn't stay broken just because. Drex's amber eyes studied her with an intensity that reminded Maya he was still a predator, cub or not. Then, slowly, deliberately, he reached up and touched his chest with 3 claws. A Cravathi gesture she'd learned meant respect between equals. The other humans, he said, the ones who came before. The Cravathi said they were weak because they helped without being asked, that they couldn't survive because they gave without expectation of return. And what do you think? Maya asked. Drex's scales rippled, a shiver of contemplation. I think, he said slowly, that maybe strength is more than claws and teeth. My father won't speak of it, but his battle scars, the one on his left shoulder. A human medic repaired that damage during the Fornax campaign. The doctor said he would lose the limb. The human stayed awake for 30 hours to save it. He paused. No one asked her to. Maya felt something tight in her chest loosen. Your toy's name is Talik? It means memory of home. My mother made it before. He trailed off, but Maya understood. Before whatever had happened that left Drex alone with only his father. It's beautiful work, Maya said. She must have been very talented. She was. Drex's claws flexed again, then retracted. Thank you, Maya Chen. For fixing what I could not. For not making me ask. He turned to leave, then paused at the doorway. The captain is wrong about humans. You're not weak because you help. You're terrifying because you help even when it costs you, even when you gain nothing. His amber eyes gleamed. The galaxy doesn't know what to do with that. Then he was gone, leaving Maya alone with the realization that maybe, just maybe, humanity's place among the stars wasn't about proving they could be as strong or as fierce as the predators. Maybe it was about showing that strength came in forms the galaxy had never imagined. That night, Maya found a small crystal feather on her workstation, the mark of a Cravathi cub's gratitude, and the beginning of a friendship that would one day reshape how an entire species viewed humanity. All because a human repaired what was broken, without being asked.